It's Levack and Goss on 104.5 The Team.
Giants win one. Not the prettiest win I've ever seen, but they win one. So we're going to go to Byron Hunt right now, thanks to our friends at Katie O'Burns in Schenectady. Byron, when you look at the win, the 2-0 start for the New York Giants, who gets the credit? Ben McAdoo for coaching on the field or Jerry Reese for bringing in the right players?
Wow, that's a tough one. I don't know if either one I could say right now gets a win. I guess you could probably say on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to put it at about a 2 right now. And I'm going to tell you why. And again, thanks for Katie O'Burns for sponsoring the spot, guys. But let me tell you, what a crazy day in the NFL. Who would have ever thought there would be 85 passes thrown? 85 in this almost hard to watch. Yes, there was a lot of action up and down, back and forth. 85 passes thrown, somewhere, close to 700 yards, passing yards, and one thrown touchdown. Can you guys believe that? I mean, how can you give either team, whether it's McAdoo, whether it's Jerry Reese, I mean, I don't even know where this team right now is. Yes, the Giants are 2-0, and I think there's about 7 teams right now in the NFL that are 2-0. The Giants are number 1 in the division, guys. Hey, let's look at the bright side of it. We want to look at the bright side of it. Let's look at the bright side of it. Let's go, Giants. The Giants are 2-0, leading the division. After tonight, they will know exactly where they stand. They could be tied or they could be in the lead by themselves. But it was an unusual game. Probably the strangest game I could ever think of coming off these two teams and what they did last year when they matched up. New Orleans Saints, Giants, Eli Manning, Drew Brees. Who would have ever thought? The Giants get a deep defensive touchdown, which, thank God, they got a defensive touchdown. Otherwise, they probably would have lost this game.
The last couple times these teams have matched up, they've been 49-point needed for the team to win 52 points, and this one is much more low-scoring. But with this unpredictability, now you look across the NFC East, you've got the Redskins losing to the Cowboys. The Giants have already beaten the Cowboys, and you've got a rookie quarterback starting for the Philadelphia Eagles. I know it's just 2 weeks into the season, but because of all the other question marks with the NFC East teams, are the Giants the best team right now in the NFC East?
Wow. And I was thinking about this, guys, since the game, because I was at the game, and I'm seeing all the back and forth, and I'm really trying to analyze what went on. Are the Giants the best team in the NFC East? I don't know if that's saying a whole lot, but let's say they are. Let's say they are. I mean, the thing that I noticed the most out of this game and this Giants team is they're not getting a whole lot of sacks. Yesterday they didn't put a whole lot of pressure on Drew Brees, but what they did most of the game was drop 7, sometimes 8 players, linebackers, defensive backs, and what they did very well. I mean, it only happened a couple times where the Saints were able to catch the ball and break tackles. But for the most part, the Giants were able to be balanced, on their feet defensively, come up, make some good contact on the ball carriers after they catch the ball, and bring them down, a lot of times short of the first down. So I thought that was some excellent play by their defense, the linebackers, defensive backs. I mean, I give those guys a lot of credit. They only had a couple missed tackles, but they did what I thought they had to do to win this game, and that was not allow Drew Brees to get into the end zone, because that just feeds what he does best. And you can't have that against the Saints. They've done this too many times. You saw what they did last week with the Raiders. I thought the Giants played the best possible game they could play. And guys, if you look on the other side, the Saints did almost exactly the same thing. Only they got 3 turnovers.
Right. Byron Hunt joins us right now, Levack and Goss. Thanks to our friends at Katie O'Burns, the perfect place to watch all the NFL action. They've got the tickets so you can see all the games. Byron, we heard great stories, and we actually saw Olivier Vernon, since he's been with the Giants, like if they're not in drills, they're running laps, and there seems to be like a more professional mindset coming out of guys like JPP. Have you ever been on a team where some guy has come in and his mindset has changed the culture of the whole team?
Wow. Well, I was not with the Giants in 1980, but I tell you that. When I came in 1981, of course, coming from SMU and, our environment down there, which was, we wanted to win games. We hadn't won many games. But Lawrence Taylor was the first-round pick, and I could feel it around the whole entire organization that things are going to change. Of course, Bill Parcells. It was strange because Bill Parcells came over from New England, where he coached my brother. So he had some experience, I guess, with the Hunt family, so to speak, because he coached my older brother with the Patriots. So he came over. He brought in Bill Belichick, special teams coach, Romeo Cornell, who was assistant special teams coach, Ray Perkins, was our head coach. But it seemed like everything I was hearing, I'm a rookie. I'm still, I'm wet behind the ears, man. I'm 6'6", I weigh 235 pounds. I wouldn't have known Lawrence Taylor if he would have fell all over me, guys. Lawrence had no idea who I was. That particular year, we had, Jim Burt was a free agent, came in that year as a nose guard. Bill Neal came in from Pittsburgh, and he was a rookie nose guard that year. We had John Mensler. We had a whole bunch of new guys that came in. But it just seemed like, guys, you got to remember, Giants already had a tremendous defense. They already had Harry Carson, who was already a multi-Pro Bowler, Brad Van Pelt, who was already a multi-Pro Bowler. They had a couple first-round picks they had drafted. They had Mike Haynes, not Mike Haynes. I always say Mike Haynes, but I mean Mark Haynes. Name's very simpler, but guy's very different. We had drafted Mark Haynes in the first round in 1980, who I still say probably had the best footwork of any defensive back I've ever seen play cornerback. Tremendous. So that year, there was something new. I think the Giants just wanted to end the culture of losing for 20 years. And after 4 years of this quote-unquote losing, which, yes, they won a couple Super Bowls under Tom Coughlin, but 4 years, man, in the NFL of losing, it's like a decade or two. So I do feel the culture has changed.
We're going to shift from the Giants to the other two New York teams, and that's the Jets and the Bills. The Jets take down the Bills on Thursday Night Football, but following that game, the Bills fired their offensive coordinator and Greg Roman, and it's week 2. Byron, for players in the locker room, what's their mindset like after they lose an offensive coordinator just 2 weeks into the season?
Well, let me tell you, I'm not sure what's going on in Buffalo. I'm not even sure what's going on around the NFL. Guys, the NFL changes week to week. Yes, they fired Greg Roman, the offensive coordinator. Hey, Buffalo did a good job of coming back and having a chance to do something in that game. Look, they didn't do a whole lot in the first half. The Jets, basically ran up and down the field. They couldn't stop Forte. They couldn't stop their wide receivers. Fitzgerald was basically doing whatever he wanted to do. And I think Rex Ryan was just beside himself. He had to do something. He lost to the team that he, quote-unquote, built and put on the map, so to speak. What do you do if you're Rex Ryan and you lose? Hey, he boasts, hey, he can beat the Jets. He knows how to beat the Jets. When he went to Jets, he boasts he could beat the Patriots. Hey, he was able to beat the Patriots. You got to give Rex Ryan some kudos there. He was able to make the games with the Patriots competitive and beat them in a couple times there. But he hadn't been able to get over the hump with Buffalo. So I think there's probably a lot of frustration with that. Hey, when the offensive coordinator guys gets fired like that, there's some incoming fire at the head coach. That's what that's about.
Whew. Byron Hunt brought to you by Katie O'Burns, where they've got flatbread Reuben pizza. I don't know any better reason to go anywhere. Byron, so you are, your brother played for the Patriots. You see a situation where, they rally behind Jimmy Garoppolo. They win 2 games. Now it's Jacoby Brissett. Like, if you're a defensive player, does your mindset change now that you're not Tom Brady. You're not Jimmy Garoppolo. You're your third-string guy. As a defensive guy, do you change your mindset?
I don't think so. I think the Patriots think that they can win regardless who they have at quarterback, regardless who they have at wide receiver, regardless who they have at running back. I mean, those guys have been, and Bill Belichick believes that. I mean, hey, you know, these guys, they got something going very special there in New England. I don't know how to explain it, but to say one thing is that they just win. I mean, look, I was a big fan of the Raiders, you know, when they were just, you know, they were kicking butt and winning all these games, you know, back in the 70s and 80s. Bill Belichick, I think, has taken it to a new level. I mean, those guys, they don't say a whole lot. I mean, the Raiders talked a big game and they backed it up. The Patriots, they don't talk a big game, but they do back it up. And guys, I just want to go back to your previous question. If you remember, Jim Fossil replaced Sean Payton and started calling the plays. I don't know if you guys remember when that happened, but he didn't necessarily fire Sean Payton. But it's got to be, you know what? I don't know if it's worse or not. Guys, let's think about this, right? You don't get fired. You just get replaced as the offensive coordinator, or you're still the offensive coordinator, but you don't call the plays, right? But you're still and you're Sean Payton. You're sitting there like a stump on the wall, on the log going, what am I going to be doing every game? That's got to be worse than getting fired. At least you get fired. I mean, most of these coaches now have guaranteed contracts. They get paid. But, yes, the Giants did do that when Jim Fossil took over the play calling for Sean Payton. But to get back to the Patriots, I think the Patriots they've already decided a long time ago how they're going to win these games. And that's going to be with a complete team approach. And they're better at it than anybody. I mean, you talk to Bill Belichick, that guy is not giving up jack, you know what, to the press, to anybody outside of that locker room. But one thing they do is they win, and they're well-prepared, and it's got to be the most well-prepared team in the NFL. And we talk about this guy for Seth. I was going to say brisket because I'm from Texas, and we love brisket, but let me tell you, they're going to be able to win with whoever plays quarterback.
And it's amazing with all the pressure. You laid it out there. Guys have pressure for your offensive coordinator. You're the head coach. And never would I have thought that if you were a guy on defense and you saw a rookie quarterback starting against you that you wouldn't be excited. But now with a rookie playing for the Cowboys, playing for now the Patriots and Brissett, if you're on defense, is it still a lot of fun, you think, if you had that opportunity to go against a rookie? Or are you like, now the pressure's on, man. I better not look bad against this rookie or they might replace me over the next 2 weeks.
Well, I tell you what, we knocked out Joe Theismann, guys, and I'm sure everybody that was watching football, and that was a night game if I remember, and if I remember correctly, might have been a night game, but it was a big game. You know, the Giants, Redskins. That evening, I think it was an evening game, but it might not have been. But I do remember distinctly that at the time, because I was basically Lawrence Taylor kind of pass rusher. I was one of those guys that covered running backs out of the backfield, covered tight ends. That's how I came in the league. That's what I did. That's what I probably did better than anything. So I heard the crowd scream, and whenever that happened, it was a big play. So I turned and I started running back toward the line of scrimmage. And when I got there, and they were taking all these bodies were piled on top of Joe Theismann, and I could see. When you could finally see Joe Theismann, you could see he had a big red spot and a piece of bone coming out of his sock. And that game right there, I think we thought we had it because what the heck happened? The backup quarterback, who I think was a rookie, might have been a second-year player, he went on to torch us. And we lost that game, guys. I don't know if you go back and look at that game, I think we had a letdown because after that Joe Theismann went down, we got torched. I mean, Schroeder, whatever you want to call him, a big, tall, good-looking German quarterback, big guy, 6'3", 6'4". I mean, he torched us. So it's not unusual to see these rookie or young quarterbacks come in and do well, guys. The bottom line is that you really don't know what they're going to do. Hey, think about it. If you go around the NFL and you talk NFL right now, we might know who the starting quarterbacks are. With the way things are going now, I mean, starting quarterbacks are changing so much with all the injuries and things like that. But who the heck knows who the backup quarterback, who the third string quarterback is on most of these teams? Nobody. A lot of people really have no idea.
Byron Hunt brought to you every Monday at 4:15. Thanks to our friends at Katie O'Byrne's, where they've got trivia every Tuesday. This Tuesday night for trivia between 8 and 10, they're giving away tickets to Yankees, Red Sox, Mets, Phillies, just blowing out tickets, having a great time. Katie O'Byrne's. Byron Hunt, sir, thank you for making time for us. Can't wait to talk to you next week.
Hey guys, I appreciate the hospitality, and man, if you're a Red Sox fan, you got to be feeling good. If a Yankees fan, then I don't know about these last few home games once they get back home. That's a tough 4 losses to the Red Sox.
Yeah, I just don't even want to talk about it anymore, Byron.
I hear you, man. You sound like a lot of Yankee fans I know. All right, guys, have a great day.